I'm having a crisis because all of our money is fake. We are getting scammed. We work our lives away and employers just make the numbers go up in our little accounts every 2 weeks. Depositing nothing. It's just data in the air. And sure, I can go and turn it into physical money, but what's that worth? Who says a dollar is worth a dollar? Currency is a construct, and if we don't believe in it, then it fails. Who's stopping someone from saying that my nothing money is worth more nothing? Who's stopping people from saying my dollar is now worth less food in exchange? I work. I see the numbers in my account go up and down and I feel empty. My life is tied to how many numbers are in my account. It has no intrinsic value. It's all fake. I hate it here. Exactly. Inflation is a scam too. Things cost whatever the hell we want them to. We decide what value we assign to things. Trouble is, we assign more value to something that doesn't exist than we do in just living our lives and finding what makes us happy. Hash money is fake, but it represents something real. It represents a claim on human labor. Billionaires don't just have a bank account with $1 billion in it. They have ownership over $1 billion corporation. $1 billion in this case is just an accountancy trick to represent that it would take your 1,000 lifetimes of work to be able to afford to buy it off of them. Assuming your lifetime savings is $1 million. The government can print trillions of dollars of money. Just print it out of thin air. This represents them claiming power over hundreds of billions of hours of human labor. The government don't tax you because they need the money. They can just print money. They tax you because so that you need money. People get upset by this realization despite the fact that they can already force you to do basically anything. Drive at a certain speed on a certain side of the road. And if you don't, they can remove your ability to drive and even lock you up and remove your right to freedom. The problem is not that the government can and does print money. This is necessary to get out of a recession, like they did in 2007. The problem is what they do with it. They did not give it to the innocent people most affected by the recession. They gave it to the bankers that acted illegally and caused the recession. Money is fake, but that's not a real problem. It just makes evident the paradoxes and failings of our current system. We have more vacant houses than homeless. Yet the homelessness is getting worse. We have more waste food than hungry. And yet food insecurity is getting worse. Technology has enabled education to cost fewer resources, and yet the cost of entry for students had risen, and at the same time the teachers' pay has decreased. Fake money isn't the underlying problem. A failed system is the underlying problem. Capitalism is a failed system. It has failed to raise living standards. It has failed to improve working conditions. It is the biggest obstacle in tackling the climate crisis. Capitalism had failed an entire generation of people to the extent that they can't afford to live. They can't afford to perform the consumption required to keep capitalism running. They can't afford to raise the next generation. We need a new system. A system where no one person owns an entire corporation acting unilaterally with the power of the most ruthless dictator. Instead, we need more democracy. Not just in politics but in the economy. We need a system where the corporations are owned and democratically run by the people who work there and their community. A system where housing is owned by the people who live in them and their community and exist for their community, not just greedy landlords. We need a system where the workers and their community can democratically decide to forego extra profits if, for example, these profits come from the pollution of a local river. A system where Elon Musk can't just buy Twitter and fire half the staff. A system where BlackRock Investments can't just buy your house and jack up the rent. A system where some profit-seeking capitalist can't just fire all the workers, close down a factory, and relocate to a cheaper country. A better system is possible. I was going to be patronizing. But no. You're right. Money really is an illusion. But then it always has been. Even when it was gold and silver, it was only worth anything because we decided it was. You do need currency for any kind of complex society to function, though. Otherwise you'd better be happy being paid 2 chickens and a bushel of wheat for your week's work. Money has no value except that which is placed on it by society. It's worth what it is because we all say it is. We do need a universal token of goods and labor of some kind, unless you want to be carrying around bushels of wheat and God knows what else to trade with. If everyone cashed in, so to speak, there isn't enough paper money in the world to cover everything. The economy, everything is built from debt. All money is fake, even gold. Gold is only worth what it is because somebody or group of people decided that is what it is worth. You will own nothing and be happy. Welcome to Bitcoin. For the last 40+ years, I have tried to propose that we switch to a standard that has real value. Value that we can universally recognize. Any place in the universe. Gold has no real value. There are planets that are possibly solid diamond. But what always has value is energy. The kilowatt hour. You can calculate how much it costs to make anything with that unit. And you can calculate the efficiency of any product when you convert to how many kWhs you get out of a product. Like a steak. It never devalues. It never is not needed. It is almost inflation-proof. What you laid out is the entire reason crypto exists. The degree to which it solves the problem is debatable. Same with hard money, like gold and silver. No matter where you fall on that, the root of the problem isn't money. It's capitalism. Subjugation requires consensus. Be scrupulous with who receives your wages. Can you not buy things with money? Bro, just treat yourself by buying something on Amazon. Here, use my referral link. All money you have in the bank is FDIC insured. There are specific regulations about the ratio of physical cash they must have access to. They are audited regularly and supervised by the BCBS. Look up liquidity coverage ratio. Post is technically wrong and philosophically unoriginal. 2/10. You need to smoke some weed and chill. If money is fake, then so is debt. Student loan debt can be forgiven. And it would have no cost, as the loans have already been paid out. I am 14 and this is deep. ITT. People who never read the first chapter of Das Kapital or any part of the social construction of reality. Social construct does not mean unreal. The entire point is to explain how things that are socially constructed become externally real. Sounds like somebody went a little too far down the coked-out rabbit hole. Maybe stoner thoughts. But if you're this worked up about it, probably a coke night. Life is easy. Don't overthink it. Wait till you learn that all that data is in 1 and zeros. This is the stupidest take on here in a while. When we go to bartering, your angst will not be worth much flour.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Aircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.